Alright, let's dive into something that's been blowing up online lately: OpenAI's luxury summer camp for creators. Now, before we get into the nitty-gritty, let me just say this: personally, I think this whole situation is a fascinating case study in how companies navigate PR, public perception, and the ethics of influencer partnerships. It's not just about a fancy trip, it's about what it reveals about the tech industry, AI, and the creator economy. So, buckle up. First off, the hook: imagine being flown out to a $5,000 a night luxury resort in the Hudson Valley, rose in hand, OpenAI merch waiting in your private cabin. Sounds like a dream, right? But here's the twist: this wasn't just a vacation. It was a strategic move by OpenAI to engage with creators, and it backfired spectacularly. What makes this really interesting is how quickly the narrative shifted from aspirational experience to tone-deaf PR stunt. From my perspective, the backlash isn't just about the extravagance of the trip. It's about the timing and the optics. AI is already a polarizing topic, especially among younger generations who see it as a threat to jobs, creativity, and even the environment. So, when creators start posting about their luxury getaway funded by one of the biggest AI companies, it feels off. One thing that immediately stands out is how disconnected this seems from the broader conversation around AI's impact. While OpenAI is trying to build goodwill, the public is asking, is this really the time for farm-to-table meals and beekeeping workshops? Now, let's talk about the creators involved. Some, like Grace McCarrick, defended their participation, saying they weren't compromising their morals and were genuinely excited about AI's potential. Personally, I think there's a bigger issue here: the power dynamics between creators and brands. When you're offered an all-expenses-paid trip, how much can you really critique the company hosting you? What many people don't realize is that these partnerships often come with unspoken expectations. You're not just there to learn, you're there to promote. Take Megan Liu, for example. She posted about the trip and then disabled comments when the backlash got too heated. If you take a step back and think about it, this raises a deeper question: are creators becoming extensions of corporate PR machines? And if so, what does that mean for their authenticity? In my opinion, this is where the creator economy gets messy. On one hand, these opportunities are career-defining. On the other, they can erode trust with your audience. What's also fascinating is OpenAI's response. They called it a healthy debate, which, honestly, feels like a bit of a cop-out. Yes, debate is healthy, but this wasn't just a debate, it was a full-blown PR crisis. What this really suggests is that OpenAI might not fully grasp the public's skepticism toward AI. Or maybe they do, and this was a miscalculation. Either way, it's a reminder that even the most innovative companies can stumble when it comes to public perception. Now, let's zoom out. This isn't just about OpenAI or creators. It's about the larger trend of tech companies trying to humanize themselves through influencer partnerships. But here's the thing: when the product you're promoting is as controversial as AI, you can't just slap a luxury retreat on it and call it a day. What many people don't realize is that AI isn't just a tool, it's a cultural force, and how companies engage with that force matters. So, what's the takeaway here? Personally, I think this whole saga is a wake-up call for both brands and creators. For brands, it's a reminder that transparency and timing are everything. For creators, it's a lesson in navigating partnerships without losing your voice. And for all of us, it's a chance to think critically about the role of AI in our lives. Is it a tool for progress, or a threat to our future? That's the real debate we should be having. But hey, that's just my 2 cents. What do you think? Was this trip a PR disaster, or just a misunderstood opportunity? Let me know in the comments. And if you enjoyed this breakdown, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Because, let's be honest, this isn't the last time we'll see a story like this. The intersection of tech, influence, and ethics is only going to get more complicated. See you in the next one.